Hello, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
Thank you
Welcome.
for joining us. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, welcome to North by Northwest Presents. This is Shelly Pardis. I'm your Region 13 Education Coordinator, and we're here to share some nuggets of ideas, inspiration, and information from Region's wonderful Ovation chorus of quartet champions. But before we start that, we're going to go ahead and share a little show to show you some of these wonderful quartets from the past. Let's give everybody a chance to get online. Be sure to put in the comments if you have any questions for these wonderful folks. They're gonna, after they do their presentation, they're gonna have a little Q&A time. Shoot, how did that happen? I would say feel free to talk about the pictures if you want to as well.
Hmm.
Okay, and so now I'm just going to turn things over to Beth, and you're on.
Thank you, Shelley. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Garski, Ovation's team leader and bass of Past Reflections Quartet. We are here today to share some good information about Ovation. We are composed of quartet members who have taken first place medals in the regional contest. Our mission statement today is Ovation is dedicated to the promotion of quartet singing through fellowship and performance and will strive to provide financial assistance for the Region 13 winners who are competing at the international competition. So, to tell you our story, we have decided to start with our history, followed by what we're doing now in the present, and then talk of the plans and the wishes for the future. So, the beginnings of Ovation. Pat Wright, lead of 1995 Champion Quartet Legacy.
That would be me.
I said shout out, yay.
Yeah, I know.
That's okay. Behind this organization, this group. So in 1995, when Legacy won the coveted first place medals, the only acknowledgement, according to them, was the regional medal, the trophies, and cheers after they were announced. Previously, Region 13 had a club called the Clover Club, but none of us remembers what the Clover Club did other than present the winners with a green pin to wear. After Legacy's experience and others before them, Pat discussed with other members of her quartet, Claudia Kirkabo, Sue Beck, Judy Widener, and some other recent champions, about wanting to sing with other champion quartets, as well as how this group of experienced quartet champions could be of value to the region through education and performing as a chorus. Pat contacted a fellow friend, Sweet Adeline, in Region 21, where she knew they had an actual singing group called Club 21. They sent her information on that organization, and we were off and running, designing our own. In 1998, a group of us had a meeting to discuss this new group, and Ovation was born. Yes, the beautiful pin you see today was designed by Dinah Darren, bass of Heartbeat. Sue Beck was our very first director, and we performed for the first time on Thursday night in 1999, which is now called the Kickoff Day. Since then, Ovation has sung most just often after the quartet contest on Friday night while the results are being tallied. Region 24, which no longer exists, had their own Gold Country chorus. They started when Candy Johnson, director of musical activities, and Grace Scales was the regent, suggested that it would be fun to have a chorus of quartet champions. The name came from Region 24's Precious Metals. Their first performance was in 1986 under the direction of Ardith Fulmer. They purchased the song Win in the Blue the next year, written by Nancy Bergman and Kim Vaughn, which is now in Ovation's repertoire. The two clubs joined together in 2014 when the regional boundaries were changed. Since each group basically shared the same purpose, it was an easy and fun transition. And now, to talk about what's happening now, here is Karen Kelly, bass of Pepper Quartet champion.
Hello, good morning. So, though we've gone through many changes in the last few years with Region 13 merging with Region 24, making our region much larger, we are happy to be together and able to sing and share our experiences in the new North by Northwest Region 13. Currently, we meet once a year, twice if there's a set that year, and also we have our annual meeting and a rehearsal to sing, as she said, immediately after the quartet competition on Friday night. We learn one or two songs every year, and our own director comes from within Ovation. Currently, our awesome director is Charlene O'Connor. Because Ovation members are spread throughout our region, including Alaska, Idaho, Montana, Oregon, and Washington, we have local meetups and rehearsals in preparation for North by Northwest Spring Convention. What a great way to stay connected and support each other locally. Ovation is attempting to become more visible and involved in both set and the area schools by providing TVIs and fifth year listening for quartets. At previous conventions, we've set up a table, and you saw the spread that Shelley showed you of all the quartet champions in both regions 13 and 24, all the way back to 1957. It was wonderful to see all these accomplished women who have paved the way to the present for all of us in Sweet Adeline's International. We have sponsored quartet wannabe activities and workshops featuring the Buzz and Motley Ladies. We hope to do more of that in the future. We pay dues every year, and we sell blingy parts pins at our table to help provide funds to support our internationally bound quartets. In recent years, we've been blessed with multiple quartets qualifying for international competition through the Wildcard program. We've been able to support them each year, as well as quartets returning due to placing in the top 15 internationally. We also sell ribbons at regional events, vying each other to see who can sell the most so we can really support our quartets. Region 13 should be very proud of our wonderful quartets and how well they represent us at international. And now for a look at our future, Melanie McGuire, fabulous lead of Champion Quartet Wink.
Thanks, Karen. Hi, everybody. I'm here to talk about what's in our future. Ovation's standing rules state, Ovation is dedicated to the promotion of quartet singing through fellowship and performance, and will strive to provide financial assistance to Region 13 quartets competing at international competition. Well, that's a fine vision and a mission statement, but Ovation members have determined we are so much more than that. For our future, Ovation is dedicated to promoting quartet singing, and we want to expand to do even more for our current registered quartets and for those quartets still waiting to be formed. As you listen to our past and present, Ovation has supported our region's quartets in many different ways, including financial support, providing PVIs at set, to sponsoring shows featuring our contest-bound quartets. Ovation's main goal is to continue to provide educational opportunities to our region's quartets and actually anyone who's interested in quartetting. And there are many ways that can be accomplished. SET is now being offered every other year, with area schools becoming more prevalent in our vast region. Ovation members have years of experience and knowledge and feel our presence can be much more impactful. A new program called The Fifth Year includes offering PVIs to interested quartets attending SET and area schools. So an example of a fifth year visit might be an Ovation member visiting the rehearsal of a registered novice quartet to a shiny, newly formed quartet just starting out and looking for advice. And we all need that, right?
Right.
Other ideas for future Ovation involvement are sponsoring a wannabe quartet day or two, which would focus on newly formed or forming quartets on day one and more experienced contest-bound quartets the next. Pepper, Primetime, Liftoff, and Wink, and other championship quartets, who, by the way, are all members of Ovation, the faculty at Sing Your Part Smart events. Originated by Northwest Harmony Chorus Vancouver, and now by more choruses in various regions of our, in various areas of our region. Ovation would like to be involved in similar events and efforts, either financially or providing personnel to assist at the event or sponsoring such an event all on our own. As many of you know, once a quartet is eligible to perform on the international stage, the cost to get there can be overwhelming. Many international bound quartets have created shows for themselves with the help of their home choruses to help offset the financial burden. We recognize how much work goes into these shows, and we want to offer our support. Again, all Ovation members have been there and know how that many hands can make lighter work. And we want to be there for you. So if you're in a quartet or know of someone who is, please get the word out that Ovation is available to help out in the ways we've talked about and so much more. Ovation is really a fun group to belong to, but your quartet needs to win the quartet contest to become a member of Ovation. But all you need to be involved with Ovation is to be in a quartet or just even want to be in a quartet, and then ask for help. Ovation would love to be there for you. The best way to get in touch with Ovation members is to send an email to our esteemed leader, Beth Garski, who just spoke, at intunebeth@aol.com. And she'll contact you about your needs, and then we'll go from there. Thank you all for listening and watching. And we are now open to you for any questions or thoughts about what you've heard today.
So if you have a question, go ahead and post it in the comments, and we'll try to get to it. If we don't get to it during our time right now, we will, our Ovation will take a look at those and answer them later. But I do have a few questions that got posted earlier on, Beth, and maybe I can read them off and you can assign them to whoever you want to answer. Does that sound okay?
That sounds great. Thanks.
Perfect. So the first question was, Sue asked that I'd like to know what the highlight was for our regional champions the year they won, outside of the actual winning. So I'm sure every one of you has an answer to that, but I'll let
Right.
you choose who will have respond to that.
Any one of us could. Maybe a couple of us could. We'd share a different, probably a different answer. I remember it well, and the best part about the whole thing was the year that we were able to sing for a lot of choruses in the region on their shows, and it was so fun just getting to know more people in our region. Did you want to say something, Karen?
Well, yes, I can say that when Pepper won, we were so blessed to do Sing Your Part Smart in 3 different states. We were able to do it in Washington, Idaho, and Montana, and it was such a blast because we learned as much as we taught, and so it was a wonderful opportunity. And these were people who wanted to be in a quartet or just wanted to sing in the chorus better. It was the highlight of our year.
Thank you.
Our years.
Randa?
Oh, well, I posted the answers on Facebook, but one of my most favorite in 1982 was when the Anchorage chorus actually picked us up in a limo and drove us all around town. And Zoe Thompson, of course, she hopped in with us because she was our coach. So that was very fun. And then, of course, singing for the Mariners a couple times was pretty cool. And one of my high school friends was the catcher. So it was really awesome. But we had a blast.
Great. Okay, Shelley, do you have another one?
So one of the questions, and Randa did answer this out on Facebook, but I think maybe we could answer it anyway, is how many members of Ovation are there right now?
60.
That.
I have 60.
All right, that was an easy one. Okay, the next one, and we weren't 100% sure what was being asked, but I think what we're going to go with is, what is the average tenure or the amount of time your quartet was together? Well, we can't probably go with average, but for those of you that are here, how long was your quartet together before you won?
Oh, before you won.
Oh, before you won.
Pepper was 9 years.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Fast Reflections was 4.
Last ads were 2.
Okay.
Yeah, very good. Crosstown Sounds were 6th, 3rd, and then Champions.
Yeah, right.
Well, we were lucky that we just we were only together a few months, so that was
Wow.
a lot happened in since the summer before until April and in '94. So yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yes, it is.
But it was went on from there for another 5 years, but we went through a variety of of members.
And I was in simpatico, the baritone in simpatico, that one after being together 4 years.
Yeah. Right.
I think Wink.
Our first year was 4th. Go ahead.
That's all right. I thought you were done. I think Wink was in our 2nd year when we won.
Cool.
Very cool.
Pepper was stayed in the top 5 the entire time that we competed. We were
Right.
so honored.
We did too. Yeah.
Yeah,
Way back in the 80s.
yeah.
So, actually, I have a question, and you, Beth, you just whoever wants to answer it. I'd love to hear a little bit about how your rehearsals go, or how do you guys rehearse?
Well, what we do is we know what the year in advance is, whether we're doing an area school or whether we're doing a set. And then depending on how the region fits us in for things, we set up a time to meet, and we have our meeting also. We also have a meeting and rehearsal with the director at that event. And then we have another rehearsal and a meeting the Thursday before we go on stage on Friday. So it's two rehearsals. And when it's the area school, it's just one rehearsal. The area schools, we have tried to divide ourselves up and have some Ovation people at every single area school meeting to represent us. And we kind of appoint them so that we know that people will be there. And then we have our own local rehearsals. And Spokane, I can only answer for that one, but we usually try to get together at least once every 3 weeks after January.
Oh, wow.
So that we are totally ready. And we've had as many as 13 Ovation members over here in Spokane. So it's been great. We don't have as many active anymore, but sometimes the ones that aren't even active, like Donna and Layla and those girls, come and sing with us and learn the music. So
it's all the camaraderie.
it is.
Yeah, we actually even had Christmas parties here on this side.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Ovation would get together. Not this year.
No.
Well, the west side meets at my house usually, or else Susan Kegley's rec room, but we only maybe average one rehearsal.
Wow. Well, whatever works, it's just we want to represent who we are when we go to that contest stage after the contest, and the region expects that we're going to be good.
Yeah.
So
that's a lot of
That's why we get together and try to do our very best job on that stage.
Yeah.
All right. We have another question here. Sally's asking, what would you say was the key factor in your quartet's success?
Practice.
Yeah.
Practice.
Melanie?
No, I was just being funny. Me.
Oh. Anyone else want to give the 2 bits?
I'll mention that one kind of important thing is if you can find a mirror to rehearse in front of, so you can see what you're doing. Actually, not even see what you yourself are doing, but what the other 3 with you are doing. So that anyway, I don't know if you're addressing this to Ovation. I switched to quartets, so sorry about that.
Okay.
I will say that in Pepper's case, we really stuck to the fundamentals. I mean, we focused on the fundamentals to get the foundation and to make everything syncing and blending. And then we would add in the layer of, then we could be free and more expressive. But without the foundation, without making sure everybody's got the right notes.
Exactly.
And one important thing is learning to walk on and off the stage and take the presentation to present. And if you don't have that, the judges already see that.
Yep.
Right. They do. Well, planning is a huge thing. I think that, you can sit down with the 4 of you and decide, okay, when do we have our rehearsals? When do we work in front of the mirrors? Because we've all done that. And so we kind of know what the plan is, and we schedule it, and we don't, unless something horrible comes along, we keep to that schedule, and we all have the same goals. Number 1, all have the same goals. Yes, Hope.
I think it's good to have a 5th ear or a coach or somebody
What
You
a
get somebody to listen to you and they hear from the outside how you, and especially if you can get an Ovation member
well,
or a
just
former quartet
great
member.
idea, Hope.
Yeah.
Great
We have
idea.
so many, I mean, our region is just jam-packed full of, obviously, Ovation
Right.
who are so skilled. And then we have so many judges in our region. It's just
Yes.
that we can take advantage of. I don't mean take advantage of, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know what you mean.
Absolutely.
Anyone else?
All right. Well, I think it's about time to wrap up. And I want to first of all thank all of these lovely ladies from Ovation for showing up for our North by Northwest Presents. And I would like to be sure you turn in next week. Next week, we won't be having a live presentation because of the holiday, but we would invite you to still tune in and take a look. We're going to do some replays of all of the past presentations that we've had over the last couple of months. So check that out and be sure to reach out to your Ovation chorus for advice and coaching, because that's what they're here for. And I think they would love to help you all out. So thanks again, ladies. And we hope to see you again soon in person.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shelley.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you for letting us have this opportunity.
Yes.